What's up, guys? Big Papa Drock back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I hope you're doing well. Got some exciting content for you today. We just had the Easter weekend 10x for Valkyrie, and I just so happened to pull another Valkyrie, which let me do a +4 Valkyrie. So today we are going to showcase what may be one of the world's strongest, if not the world's strongest Valkyries. And again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. There's no way for me to know if it's the world's strongest. I will say that I have pretty good defensive Savage gear. So she's definitely very strong, without a doubt, one of the stronger ones out there, but you never know for sure. So before we get into it, just want to say thank you so much for watching the content. I hope you enjoy this. If you have ideas for more stuff for me to do or more things to show off with my account, please let me know. But I do plan on doing lots of champion showcases for you guys to check out with some of the stuff on my account. So this is a fully awakened Valkyrie, which is pretty awesome. So without further ado, let's get into what she does. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the skills. Denigration, her A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, decreases turn meter by 10% on each hit if the target has any buffs. Never a bad thing to have turn meter. Decrease on the A1. Then you've got A2, which is stand firm, attacks all enemies. This is what she's really known for here. Places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns and a counterattack. Can I speak? Counterattack buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield and the damage inflicted are proportional to this champion's defense, and she is again a defense-based champion. Only 2 skills, right? She's got a passive as well, but only 2 skills, which is kind of cool. Jealousy, her passive. This champion's turn meter will be increased by 10% each time an enemy champion places a buff. Enemy champions will have their turn meters decreased by 10% for each buff they receive. Now, this does require accuracy. I have built her with pretty low accuracy. Typically, you would build her with more, but because we're doing kind of a damage showcase, I'm really more going for ultimate damage, etc. Let's take a look at the Masteries here. I've done something a little bit different on the Masteries. Standard in terms of getting Helm Smasher, which for Arena is pretty much a must. I've got some support-based stuff instead of counterattack. I could probably go for counterattack here, but I wanted to essentially extend duration of any of her buffs. So get her shield longer, get her counterattack longer. That's why I went with support. You could absolutely go with defense, and probably most people would. But for me, I was like, why not try this? And I also needed a little bit more accuracy to try to get that passive to come into play. Because as you'll see, she's very low accuracy, and you really want to have her more up like 300 accuracy minimum. Right now, she's a little bit lower. The other thing that I did here too was I went with Cycle of Violence, 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn if the damage inflicted by a skill exceeds 30% of target's max HP. The reason why I did this is because she's only got one skill that has a cooldown. So if she can get back to it faster, that's even better. She keeps that shield up longer. She does more damage with it. It's an AoE hit. So that's why I went with Cycle of Violence as opposed to, I believe this is what Opportunist, yeah. So there you go, just a general idea of Masteries. You can't actually, just realize you can't see the Cycle of Violence, or you can see Cycle of Violence over here. Great, you can't see Helm Smasher though, but you get the gist. It's pretty standard except for those things. So let's take a look at her build. The big thing to keep in mind too, guys, is Valkyrie is not really a meta champion anymore in the arena. You don't see her very often the way that you used to much earlier in Raid's history. You'll see her occasionally on arena defense. You'll very rarely see her on arena offense. So she's not really in the meta anymore. Now you got Taurus, Marichka, Stoneskin, all these things that kind of negate a lot of what she does. Well, let's take a look at the gear. This is one of my best Savage pieces, a quad roll on crit rate. Just a beast of a piece. And funny enough, it rolled defense on the Ascension, which is good for Valkyrie. Then we've got the Helm, triple D, 1 crit damage, some crit rate. Attack percentage doesn't help us here. Still a really solid piece. Crit rate, crit damage, speed. Again, didn't roll defense on the Ascension, but still a really solid piece. Funny enough, this is one of my better gloves because it rolled a crit damage Ascension. So it has defense percentage, it has crit rate. Honestly, you'd love to see this be an epic or a legendary, so there's still definitely room to improve on this build. We'll get into the stats in a second, and I'll explain where I can improve some of this stuff. Got a defense Ascension on the defense chest. No crit rate on it, but I don't need it with that quad crit rate piece. And then finally, these boots are disgusting. Defense, crit rate, and crit damage. Just about the best possible rolls you can get on this. So this is an absolute sick pair of boots. For the accessories, triple defense roll, some speed. We've got a double defense crit damage with some accuracy. And we've got a triple defense roll on the ring with some HP percentage. So overall, pretty solid gear on her. Again, areas to improve. I don't really have glyphs left, so I could really boost up her defense quite a bit more if I could just get some more glyphs. But it's a real struggle. I'm out of glyphs. I've used them all. I desperately need more glyphs. But we have a chance to increase it at least by +8 there. So a lot more we could do on the glyph front. If we look at her total stats, she's rocking 8,200 defense currently with 202 speed, 361% crit damage, and 204 accuracy with 46k HP. Pretty solid build overall. Again, I think I could get her defense up to 8,500, 8,600, maybe as high as 87. And the reason for that is, and you'll see in a second, my Great Hall is not complete. So something to keep in mind with all these champion showcases that I'm doing is my Great Hall is not complete. My champions can get quite a bit stronger, which I'll show you right now where my Great Hall is at. Nowhere near done. So keep that in mind when I do these showcases. You know, there's a lot more room for my champions to get stronger, even more than just farming better gear. I'm only at 10% defense, so that's another 150 right there if I get that maxed out for her. So yeah, a lot more room to grow on a lot of my champions. But anyway, that's the build. Let's take a look at her in a quick damage test, see what she does. Don't want to open the magic keep, no thank you. We'll go into Dragon's Lair. We'll go to just normal Void, stage 23. I actually have to use my Dracomorph. Oh, and I forgot to mention, she is fully awakened. We'll take a look at what I have on her for the blessing in just a second. Let's do Sifi for increased defense, and then I need to use my Dracomorph because my Lydia is actually slower right now than my Valkyrie because she's set up more for Arena. Where is Dracomorph? This is always the fun. And I find the champion that I need. There he is. Okay, cool. All right. Quick damage test to see what she's got. We'll put it in +1. We use defense up, obviously, because she's a defense-based champion. Hit it with the weaken and the decreased defense, and now we're going to rock it with that A2, see what we get. Boom. 143 as high as 209. Looks like I've got Soul Reaper on her. So you'll notice she doesn't hit super hard, right? Like that's overall, as far as nukes go, that's a very meh nuke. Like we were at 143 on one of those. We got up to 209. This isn't hitting the same way that a main, like, you know, strong defensive nuker might hit. Like you got Ragash, I think, does better than her now, and Stultus and Soulless under certain conditions. So she's not a top tier defensive nuker. She can still hit hard, but she's not going to get hit hard in those same ways. But the biggest advantage you get here is you get the counterattack, you get the 3-turn shield, and because it's proportional to defense, it's a pretty meaty shield. We'll follow it up with a quick A1 test just to give you an idea. Wow, my Sifi is so fast. She took 2 turns there. What in the world? I don't want to kill them with the Dracomorph. Okay, bonus damage. We'll do a quick little A1. The 2-hitter. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Again, she's not your prototypical arena champion. And I think you're going to see that when we go into Platinum Arena because she is definitely not someone you would see used for offense very often at all, if ever. But with that being said, let's take one more quick look at her blessings. Again, fully awakened. And we've got Soul Reap on. You know what Soul Reap does. Sends the Reaper out. You could use Ward of the Fallen here, I guess, if you want to. You could use a bunch of other stuff. I chose Soul Reap because I want to have her get a little extra oomph on some of those targets where maybe she's not hitting them all the way to dead. With that said, let's go into Platinum Arena. We're currently sitting 197. So in the middle of Platinum Arena at the moment. And let's see what she can do. All right. Here's the big thing about Valkyrie. She is not, like I said, she's not in the meta. She is not someone that you're going to see on offense almost ever. You might see her occasionally on defense, but still, again, rare. So just something to keep in mind because it is one of those things where, you know, I don't know how this is going to go. We could get absolutely rocked, especially facing some of the harder teams for sure. But hopefully we can get a couple wins here. Where is my Yumiko? And as always with Platinum Arena, you got to have pretty awesome champions to take on awesome teams. So you can see she's backed up by some pretty legit champs. But let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Okay, we've got Sifi for the plus D. Shut him down with Yumiko. All right, here we go. Hit him with a nuke. Oof. Boy, did she just run into a lot of reaction, right? I mean, holy smokes. That was rough. We'll go ahead and try to sleep. I was going to try to take off the stone skin, do it all over again, thanks to Yumiko. Barely did any damage there, right? I mean, again, we'll see how she hits once some of the reaction is gone, but she's really not someone that you'd use in arena pretty much ever. Hold on, we'll get back to that in a second. We'll take down the Kendra Fawn, reset again. I'll go ahead and just lock him out again, and we'll see with another increased defense. Can we finish him off here? Okay, that one got a little bit better. There we go. That was much better. No reaction. Still not top tier defense. She wasn't able to get through that Duchess. We can go to auto now and just have her kill the, what is this? What is his name again? I can't remember. I want to say Granjar, but I know it's not Granjar. We'll take a look at the end. Affinity also comes into play, obviously, because a lot of people still use magic-based nukers on lower ends of arena. It doesn't matter as much when you're facing a Void champion, of course. And thankfully, when it comes to Duchess, she doesn't have any kind of affinity issues there. But 411k power, pretty solid team. Goffred, that was the name. I knew it was something. Let's see if we can find another team to hit here. See, this team right here, this feels like it'll be a pretty tough team because we know he's going to be in Stone Skin, and he's going to ignore the shield and potentially kill me. But why not? Let's give it a go. This could very much backfire on me. Can we get the strip? No, we can't. All right, we killed the Mithrala, but triple Stone Skin, oof. If he procs Peril, it's game over for us. And Death Knight is such a menace nowadays, too. We're going to hold on to that. You got it back. Do it again. Do it all over again. Yep, there we go. And we're dead. And this is why you would not bring her into this kind of stuff. That's just not a good matchup for her. That would be much better suited for Leorius. Keep that swift parry in play. But this is the problem you run into when you run Valkyrie in the arena. She doesn't really have the same use case as she does in PvE. She's a much better PvE champion. You know, frankly, you need her for Fire Knight 10 hard if you're trying to do that content. You can't really get through without her most of the time. Let's see how she does against this team. Again, bad affinity matchup here. This is going to hurt too in Stone Skin, but let's give it a go. See how we can do. We'll throw it on auto pretty early here once we get through this first turn. I don't want to use... At least here we don't have to worry about apparel, which is big. Try to strip, didn't work. No polymorph, thankfully. Yeah, not doing too much. Let's go ahead and throw it on auto, see how it goes. Again, this is a pretty well-built Valkyrie. She's got pretty high crit damage. She's got really solid defense, but it's tough, man. Stone Skin is everywhere nowadays. Stone Skin is everywhere. Ultimate Death Knight is everywhere, and she doesn't hit hard the way that other champions do. Again, much better suited for PvE. Still can do stuff. I mean, she's not dead yet, as long as she's not going up against Mortu. But boy, is it taking a little bit of time here. There we go. That was a nice solid nuke there. Took out the Duchess. Weak affinity on the Rhodos, but we got the hit. Now we finish off the Ultimate Death Knight. Not bad. Better than I thought. Solid A1, and then there's the Soul Reap to take it down. So, could have been worse. Could have been better. Let's see if we can find another really strong team. I think this team is probably faster. My Sifi is not as fast as my Arbiter, and I don't want to throw her in here, so I'm pretty sure we'd get shut down here and killed. But, you know, oh yeah, we definitely get shut down. He's definitely going to have a faster Sifi than me. Well, why not? Let's see if we have enough accuracy to mess up his turn order. We did. Look at that. We had enough accuracy to mess up the turn order. See? And that's where she really comes into play right there. His Sifi faster than me, but because of her jealousy, her passive, she was able to disrupt their turn order and allow me to go first. Huge to be able to do that. That is really one of the things she does excel at. Absolutely massive. We can already, wow. See, there you go. There's a use case for her right there. So if you're having problems with speed teams, right, she can still be useful in that regard, with the caveat that she can't turn meter reduce stone skin champions. So if they have stone skin based champions, turn meter decrease doesn't work on that. But for champions that do have lower resistance, or if you build her with more accuracy, you can screw up turn order like we did there. His Sifi was faster than me, didn't matter. Jealousy proc, they had very low resistance, and therefore we were able to get in there and screw up the turn order and shut down their skills first. So that's a great use case for her, especially if you're in lower level arena. If you're in gold, she's still great down there. You're just not going to see her in Plat because that kind of stuff doesn't work as often as you might want. Do we have a Taurus Marichka team? Let's take this team on first. Let's just do this. Then we'll see if we can find a Taurus Marichka team. I expect to fully get annihilated, but why not see what we can do? Just going to put this on auto from the get-go. Let's see how it does. Wow, annihilated the 3. This was a very soft boy team. That team was definitely meant to go first. Let's see if we can find a Taurus Marichka. There's a Marichka. There's a Taurus. Uko. SK's teams are nasty. This team would be very tough to beat. Let's take it on. Why not? Super high resist, though. I'm probably not going to shut down his skills. We'll give it a go, though. Really fast Uko there, too. Holy smokes. And we got the fear on the Taurus, which just screwed us up. So now we don't have the increased D. Never good. Now we got increased D. Let's see if we can... Perfect. We got a little shutdown there. Not a bad thing. We'll hit the Duchess. Oof. I know that SK has a nasty Taurus. Let's hit this one for a good measure. Get a little healing in there. Buffs are out. Let's try to slow this Uko down. Uko, a major factor, probably in a stun set. Get it back. Increase D again. Boom, there comes the nuke. Barely tickled them. The nuke barely tickled them. Oof. And the Taurus coming in hard. Oh, man. Stones can necrit, dude. Pain and suffering. And I don't have a high accuracy Chimera anymore, so I can't strip any of this. Not that I'd necessarily want to, because as we all know, Polymorph has ruined Arena. Or the ability to at least debuff consistently or strip buffs. Very annoying. Took out the Duchess. Let's put it on auto. Let's see what happens here. Got to get this Uko down, but I don't think we're going to be able to until that Necrit takes a turn. Super slow. There he goes. Takes his extra turn. Now maybe we have a chance here. Taurus is terrifying, though. Let's just see what it does. We got people getting stunned from the Uko. Uko is nasty. That's just probably going to get rezzed very soon. Oh, we are in trouble now, folks. We are in trouble. This is a great showcase for why Mighty Uko is a nasty arena champion, especially if you don't have any polymorph on your team. So yeah, I mean, would I ever run something like this into this team? Never in a million years. This is not how you take on a top arena team in today's arena whatsoever. But just because I'm a masochist, let's see if we can find one Taurus and Marichka team. There has to be one up here. Have I missed one? Probably. There's got to be one. Taurus and Marichka. There we go. Oh, it's Mad P2. This guy's team is nasty. Always a top contender. And he's got a Harima. This is going to be a massacre in favor of P2 and not me. But just to make it fun, let's take him on and get wiped. Why not? Let's see if we can pull off the miracle. Highly doubt it. Got the full shutdown. Okay, not bad. We're not going to strip. Oh, we stripped the Marichka. Okay, we're in business here. We have a chance. We have a chance, folks. Here comes the nuke. Surviving the Taurus thanks to the shield, but look at that. He took the entire shield out. Oh my goodness. We got to kill this Marichka, and we got her with the Soul Reap. Oh my God, come on. You got to be kidding me. How? How? This duo is so powerful. Let's get her back. She's probably going to die. Harima. Nope. Thankfully not. Weak affinity. And thankfully, got to shut them down again. Boost them up again. This is... I'm going to do it only because I'm afraid. Yeah, like if I'm actually surprised she lived. We have a chance here. The counterattack is coming in clutch. Take the Harima down. Can't die right there. Sleep the Sifi. Go to sleep again. Finish the Sifi. What? Are we going to do it? Wait a second. Is Valkyrie in the meta again? Wow. Are we actually going to take down? I can't believe it. We're going to take down this team. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. I got me a little cocky here. There we go. Hey, 137 for a Taurus Marichka team is actually not horrible, surprisingly. I'm shocked. Really, that can't, especially with Harima, too. That's very surprising. Frankly, we got lucky that we stripped the Stone Skin. If we don't strip the Stone Skin, that becomes a much longer, much harder fight. This also isn't his reset defense because we're recording this on a Wednesday. So his normal defense will be a lot harder than that. But still, I'm kind of impressed that we managed to take down that team at all, even with +4 champions, because of how powerful this duo is. So that's pretty much it, guys. There's the showcase. You got an idea of what you can do. Like I said, she's not really an arena champion as much anymore, but she still has use case. And if you're getting outspeeded, which isn't as popular in the arena as it used to be, you can definitely throw her in there with higher accuracy and really screw up an opponent's turn order. But really, her best use case nowadays is Fire Knight, hard mode. You can use her in, certainly you can use her in Clan Boss. You can use her in Hydra. You can use her all over the game. So she's a very versatile hero. She's just not someone you see in Plat Arena anymore. Anyway, that was my showcase. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it, or like the videos. Leave a comment down below with what champion you'd love to see next. We've obviously got a lot on the list here to show off. I also stream, so if you haven't followed my stream or come into my Discord or stuff like that, all the links are below. You're welcome. We love having new peeps come in, love the community. But I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And with that, have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll catch y'all soon. Big Papa Drock out.